Gentlemen, if you can see what I can see, we have just fired up a Yamaha Eluder. Let's take it for a spin and see how she feels. Always got to love that first time you hop on something you hadn't been on and how it feels a little different than everything else. Fit and feel for me is actually pretty good. I like where the pedals and the everything are, so that doesn't feel bad or anything. Gracious fellas at Family Powersports here in San Angelo have allowed me to take her out for just a little bit. Wished I had a heel toe shifter, but that's always an option, an accessory. Alright, we're clear. Let's pull into the parking lot and fix the mirrors a little bit. Well, that gets it. We're good now. Alright. Man, this is nice. It's got a good feel to it. Everything fits me fairly well. I'm 5'11". Standard arm length, standard leg, inseam's about 30 inches, so nothing too terribly different there. Get on the loop here and see what we get. Apologize for any excessive wind noise with this short windscreen. Good smooth feel to it. Not too worried about trying out the heated grips or anything, but definitely windy with this little short windscreen. That's definitely the first thing I would change. The seat's fairly nice. I'm used to riding with an ultimate seat and a backrest, so you get a little spoiled when you go crawl on other bikes to test ride. Usually your seat's one of the first things you pick apart. About the only stock bike I've ever ridden that I thought the seats are pretty good are the Kawasaki 1700, Nomad, Voyager, and Vaquero. I think all three of those have a pretty good seat. Cruise control down here. Turn it on, get set, freehand it, and then anything pretty much disengages it. Roll forward, roll on. Pretty windy. I don't know how the radio sounds. La Grande 1705. Eso fue. Así es el norte. Sigue pendiente una vez más con lo mejor de la música norteña. Back down so I don't get muted for anything. Alright. Deceleration button works there, no problem. Mirrors are pretty nice. I really don't have anything negative to say about them. It's definitely a good thing there. Footboards are pretty big. I got lots of room to move my feet around. I can also say I have no problem flat footing this bike, bringing up off the kickstand. That was no issue. I didn't find it any harder to lift off the kickstand than my little 1300 Tours, so that's nice. Got a good feel. A real good feel to it. Alright. Get out of the sunlight a little more. I can see my display. I was still in fourth. Engine Engine's pretty smooth, pretty quiet. I can't really, this much wind noise, I can't really hear the engine at all. I'm having to go off the field. 70 mile an hour, it's just lugging along. It doesn't feel revved out by any means. Kind of nice to have a bike with a tach. Doesn't feel super heavy. Oh yeah. No problems. It's got a good feel to it. I like this. This is definitely a bike I've been wanting to get my hands on to ride, just to see if it'd be something I consider buying a little ways down the road. Still don't know if I would pay the price right now for it, but you wait a couple of years, find something used, or even find a leftover year model and the price knocked down a little bit, I'd be hard pressed to turn down one of those. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to just rip, romp, and stomp on it, because this new bike, new engine, I don't own it, therefore I don't want to pay for it just yet. I don't want to take advantage of the politeness shown to me from Family Powersports for letting me ride this bike, so I'm not about to abuse a motorcycle by any means. Man, it's loud, I tell you what. I got so much wind noise on my helmet right now, but I'll say this, my head's not buffeting. I've got the wind noise, but I'm not getting any buffeting that's hurting my head or anything, so rattling my brains out, so that's good. Definitely won't complain about that. I had planned on taking it on a little bit different route, but Chris told me, you know, a good 15 minutes. Figure I'll do a little shorter route. I won't take it to that other route I was going to take. It's probably going to be more like 25, so I don't want to push my luck. I don't want to put more miles on it than I need to either. Definitely smooth. I got a little vibration in my hands in 5th gear at 60 mile an hour. Just noticeable. Nothing that's, you know, make your hands go numb or anything like that. I can't hardly feel any vibration in my feet. That's really nice. I've definitely seen on some Facebook forums guys that are taller, you know, you're 6'2", 3" and on range, have had to put extensions on and move their foot pegs and stuff forward more. I can see that because this fits me perfect and I'm only 5'11", so I'm definitely not a long leg son of a gun. Man, you talk about smooth, that is butter smooth. Good. Doesn't feel hard to steer with one hand. You want to take your hand off and rest it. Seat's pretty comfortable. I sit right up against the back of that little hump for the passenger part of the pillion there. It feels really good. Hit the home button here. It takes me to the home screen. Toggle buttons. Select your different deals. So that seems pretty easy to use. Middle button's your enter button. everybody yet on what they're getting riding around. I haven't really seen anything on YouTube much in the way of demo rides or first rides on the Eluder. View on the Venture. Not much on the Eluder yet. This model here is all black. A nice little pocket door here. You got a pocket door under my throttle side here that's got a two cables, one 3.5 millimeter jack for your headphones to plug into for your phone or something like that, and then you've also got a USB plug where you can plug in a jump drive or something else and do your auxiliary input music there if you want it. Head back toward Family Powersports, back into town. Brakes feel good. Rear brake only feels good. It's got some stopping power. You don't have to grab a lot of it to shut it down. Turn in's nice. Second gear lug. Not really a problem. It's smooth, man. I'll tell you what, it's definitely one of the smoothest V-twins I've ever driven. If not the smoothest V-twin I've ever ridden. Shifts are clean and smooth. Doesn't feel clunky. I like the dash. I've got a little bit of wind on my... I've got the vent closed on my left leg. I've got the vent down on the bottom open with my right leg, just trying to see if I can see the difference. And I feel hardly any wind at all on my left leg. And I got a nice little breeze flowing across my right leg. So they work good. I guess it'll be a nice bike to have, be able to still ride in the winter and have some wind protection and be able to open those vents in the summer and still get enough air through. It's only about 54 degrees today, 55, and it's a little hard to kind of judge the whole heat thing I've heard everybody talk about since this bike's not liquid cooled. You know, that's a lot of people's gripe about why they didn't decide to go with a liquid cooled engine. I'd be a liar if I said I wasn't one of them that kind of wondered about that. I'm not going to just say it's a deal breaker because of that, but it did make me curious because the other bike I'm really interested in looking at that I'm considering my next upgrade will be the Kawasaki Vaquero, you know, and it's a liquid cooled bike. I've ridden it and I know it. I like it. It feels good, have a good fit and everything. Doesn't have quite all the fancy electronics that this does, but it's got everything that I'm probably more concerned with having, which is cruise control and ABS brakes, comfortable seat, hard bags that are paint matched. I like that. I like the front fairing on the Vaquero too. I like that old school shape to it, so that's definitely a bike that'd be in the running. I'm also going to see if I can get my hands on a ride of the new Goldwing F6P platform and the old one too. I haven't gotten to ride the old one, but I have gotten to sit on one. And I'll say this, the seat's a lot wider and it was so wide that when I sat on it and I tried to flat foot both feet on the ground, I couldn't put my heels to the ground. I could only have my toes on the ground. So, it's one thing I like about this bike is I can easily flat foot this bike. No problems at all. But I've got a wallpaper on my phone that I've got that's this bike in the blue color, and it's got a reverse curved taller windshield on it that looks really sharp. I think I found it on one of the Google images or something and just saved it. Anyway, I think I'd put a fairing like, or a windshield like that on here. I think that'd really pretty much seal the deal on this bike as far as wind protection. Just because I don't like all that wind noise in my helmet. Now, granted, I don't have a super expensive helmet. I've just got a regular old HJC IS-17 with that internal shield drop down. Got spoiled with that, and I've stuck with that ever since. This is my second iteration of it, so good helmet. Around 150 bucks. Maybe a little less if you can be patient looking on eBay. Find a few deals, but so it's not the best in noise protection and sealing, so that you get a little more noise knocked out. But this would be pretty dang quiet if it had that taller shield. I know this bike looks pretty sweet without it, but I wouldn't mind having a little bit taller screen. So we're 70 mile an hour. 6-gear roll on real quick. Oh yeah. Okay, it'll get up there and do whatever you wanted it to do, and then some, I'm sure. Man, I gotta say, I like the saddle. The footboards it's that floating rubber, so they'll shift a little bit with your weight, and it's not solid mount, so I think most bikes with footboards have kind of gone to that. It doesn't have some kind of aftermarket thing on it, solid mount. I think I'll pull in here real quick, do a quick little walk around, and then we'll jump back on and head back to Family Powersports and turn her back in. Oh yeah. Just curious, just not having to put my foot down. Man, this thing's got some good balance to it. For a bike I just crawled on, having the confidence not feel like I have to put my foot down to make sure I'm not going to lay it over. Kickstand, yeah, just right there, kicked over. Not bad. Alright. Let's walk around real quick. You got 12 volt auxiliary there. Push button for the saddlebag. I guess that's locked. Let's unlock it. Or not. Huh. There we go. Alright, now this saddlebag, it's pretty roomy. I've seen guys stick 3 water gallon jugs in there and still had some room. Now this one's a little bit further in, deeper than that side, as you'll see in a second. So you have a little more room in your left side saddlebag than you do your right. And I apologize if I'm not getting my camera angle right, since it's on the side of my helmet. But yeah, it's just a little, not quite as deep as this one, and you got your little toolkit in the bottom. But still pretty roomy nonetheless. It's a good looking bike though. It's got a good sound to it. It'd probably sound real good if I didn't have that wind drowning me out. But I like those turn signals built into the mirrors. It's pretty sharp. It's a good looking bike. Put your fog lights down there on the bottom. Almost, that part almost kind of looks like a gull wing's front of the bottom of a gull wing, really. And then you got that opening there. Hop on the back again. And you can see that's the USB plug, and that's your little phone jack. You can just unplug those cords there and it'll work. And then this one here, another little holder there, nothing big. Key fob's down in there. Key fob right there. This bike does have a security system. I figured it out the first day I sat on it. When Chris told me they had it in, I came and sat on it, and when I tilted it up off the stand, it went off on me. I had to set it back down. You have to press in the ignition button. It'll just press in real quick, and then it'll turn that off for you. But I like that. That's definitely something that you're not going to get on a Kawasaki Vaquero, is a security system. So, alright guys, and gals, any gals that are interested in riding this bike. Man, this thing's got good balance. Oh yeah, this thing will pull. Now, I haven't driven or ridden a gull wing per se, and you know, all you hear about the torque and the pull, but this thing's definitely got it. It's not going to snap you back, like, it's not that kind of, I guess, harsh torque. But you can just sit there and you can just watch that speedometer just fly on over if you're not careful. This is definitely one of those bikes where it's so smooth, and if you were jamming to your music and you don't have that cruise control set, you might get to see some patriotic lights in the background if you're not careful. Man, this bike's got a great feel to it. Lean it over, no problem. Very low center of gravity for a bigger bike. But it is smooth. I still can't get over how smooth this is. And it's just got torque anywhere you want it. You just roll on and it just pulls. Don't have to really worry about the whole downshift to get around somebody. This is nice. This is very, very nice. Put a nice little backrest on the back for my wife. I think this has, they'd said something about the heated seats and stuff, but I don't see the controls for that, so it may not be on this particular one. Or if it is, it's controlled in there, and I haven't had the chance to really go through that system yet. Maybe we can find some of these new owners with their Ventures and Eluders that might be willing to throw in a YouTube video of just going through this and showing all of the electronics, because I've seen some of the Facebook page posts and I'm just like, holy crap, that is a lot. You have to have a manual just for the electronic section of this bike. That's definitely not something I'm used to by any means. One thing electronic on any bike I've ever owned would be the little hog tune stereo I put on my Batwing fairing. Oh yeah, man, that's nice. Alright, and I'm in touring mode too. I don't know if you can. Alright, there's sport mode. Oh yeah, that's even a little bit better throttle response there. We'll do sport mode the rest of the way back, just see how much different that feels. It may not be quite as smooth as the previous modes, but it may. Tell you what, I know price is a big deal for a lot of people, and so I get that and understand that. I got nothing to fault anybody for. Motorcycles for a lot of people are just toys. I'd be a liar if I said it wasn't a toy, even though I ride year-round every single day. It's my main mode of transportation, but it doesn't have to be. I just choose for it to be myself, just because I like to ride that much. But definitely one of the higher up their price bikes. Kind of shocked they priced them quite as high as they did, but a little patience, and I have found that Yamaha and Kawasaki bikes come down in price pretty fast. So if you're patient enough, you can find a really nice bike for a good price. Hell, you can buy a brand spanking new 2017, 2016 Kawasaki Vaquero now for $13 if you're patient enough to look. That first girl snap you back. Second girl do it too. All right. You got your, this is your fuel cap right here in the center. Press a unlock button and that'll, I think you press it and hold it and it'll open that up. Yeah, this is super nice bike. Wouldn't take very long at all to get super comfortable on this and be able to feel good enough to lean it into a corner with a little speed or going around city blocks and stuff. Once the tires are scrubbed in anyway. May not want to risk that too much with fresh rubber on the ground. I like that cruise control though. I guarantee you, whatever bike I get next, I want cruise control. That way whenever I go down to visit my in-laws on my bike or something like that, maybe my wife had to leave a little early and get down there or something, I can give me an excuse to take my bike down. I can cruise on the way down. The ride down there is a little long, 3-hour drive. She lives down in the Utopia, Bandera, Texas area, which is actually some of the best riding roads in Texas. Anybody's familiar with the Three Sisters, she lives pretty much right smack dab in that area, so anytime I'm down there visiting them, you're constantly watching motorcyclists riding around because it's a very popular area to ride. I know I enjoy riding it. Yes, sir. I've got nothing negative to say about this bike, in all honesty. I hadn't ridden it, a long time. I can't say if the saddle's truly as comfortable as it seems to feel right now, but I have no problems with it. I'm used to having a backrest, being able to lean against a backrest, and I'm not even concerned with wishing I still had a backrest right now. So that's pretty good. The way it fits me, they pretty much made this bike for me. My wife probably doesn't like hearing that. I don't know that she's too thrilled with me buying a bike like this a few years down the road, just as far as spending that much money. But then again, it's just a matter if you really want it or not. Whatever I buy next, I want something I can keep for 10 years and not be thinking about trading it in. I could definitely see this being on that list anyway. yeah, stock seat's pretty good. Not too bad about that. This definitely feels a lot better than Road Glide I test drove earlier this year, the Milwaukee 8 while I was down in Texas A&M area. It was a nice bike, don't get me wrong. I rode it in the Street Glide. I'd gladly take this over either one of those in a heartbeat. Just this little bit of riding I've gotten to do in a heartbeat. I'd buy this over that. Got nothing against Harley Davidson. In fact, I say that I've test ridden some older models pre-Milwaukee 8, and that vibration, oh yeah, front brake does engage the rear brake a little bit. I felt it pull off my foot when I went to touch the rear brake, but I'd already engaged the front brake, and the rear brake had engaged, so coming to the stops easy, well balanced, man. Alright, that's enough. New engine. Oh, no auto canceling turn signals? Now that's disappointing. Oh, hope that's not a deal breaker for anybody. Alright, that's it for this ride, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to pull her back in and thank Chris for letting me take a ride. Like I said, Family Powersports here in San Angelo. Great group of guys. Come and check out their bikes. They've got some good used bikes and the new stuff, so come give them a look-see. You can tell them I said hi. Y'all have a good one.